All right, well, thank you everyone for being here today. I'm County Executive Parisi. I'll be saying a few words followed by Mayor Rhodes Conway. We have a number of other folks here with us today who will also be available for questions along with us afterwards. We have Dane County Treasurer Adam Gallagher, County Board County Board Chair Annalise Eicher, County Board Supervisor and Chair of the Personnel and Finance Committee Patrick Miles, Mayor Swadley from the City of Stoughton, and we have Alder Sherry Carter, the President of the Common Council, with us also. Thank you for being here today. It's no secret by now that our community has been hit incredibly hard by the coronavirus, just like everyone else. The economic impact has been significant. In Dane County alone, we've had approximately 30,000 people applying for unemployment. In the past few days, we've made a number of announcements of efforts we have to try and help folks get through this. These efforts are going to have to take place on multiple levels, from the community to the local governments, state government, and the federal government. Last week, we announced a partnership between Dane County, Second Harvest, and our local farmers, where we'll be providing $3 million to Second Harvest to partner with local farmers and local growers to connect people who need markets for their food to people in our community who need food. Yesterday, we were able to announce a new $10 million addition to a partnership we have with Dane Buy Local to get money to local businesses who are suffering through this pandemic, to help them, to throw them a lifeline, to help them survive through the pandemic. Helping them maintain employees, just maintain their businesses and make some of the changes that they need to make in order to survive. Recently, the state government passed legislation that would allow local units of government to give some relief to local taxpayers by opting to provide the opportunity for them to delay their tax payments, and if they choose, to waive the interest penalties. So in order to make that happen and to give our local units of government that option, the county government needs to pass a resolution that would allow them to do so. So for example, the City of Madison taxes are due quarterly throughout the year, and they have a payment coming up that's due May 31st. Other localities have a payment coming due July 31st. When the county passes this resolution, what it will do, it will allow communities to choose whether they would not like to delay those payments for taxpayers until October 1st. Some will choose to do so if they're able to because of their cash flow. There may be smaller communities who can't because of the cash flow implications for them. We know that the City of Madison and others are interested in doing so, and so we want to do everything we can to give them the flexibility they need in order to provide this relief to their constituents. I'm going to turn it over now to Mayor Rhodes Conway, and then any of us will be available to take questions.
Thank you, County Executive, and thanks everybody for joining us here today. As the County Executive said, we understand that our community is facing some very tough economic realities as a result of the pandemic. And we have been trying at the city to do everything we can to support our community, to support those most vulnerable, and to support our business community in particular. So I think many of you know that we have acted quickly to make sure that people without homes are safe in this pandemic. We are supporting households with food resources, and I'm incredibly grateful to the county for the work that they're doing there. And we're trying to support our small business community as well. The county has obviously taken the lead here with the CARES Act funding, but the City of Madison is also partnering with Kiva, which is a loan program that is online and allows small businesses to apply for zero interest loans to help get them through this as well. And we're happy to be partnering with them and want to make sure that people know that resource is available to them as well. We have, through a series of different orders here at the city, saved our community something north of $1 million in fees, fines, and license payments. But I'm really, really pleased today that we are able to take this step around property tax installment payments. We have heard over and over again from property owners in the city that they are having trouble gathering the funds they need to make their installment payments, that they're worried about penalties and late fees. And up until the state took action, we were not able to do anything about that. So I'm grateful to the governor for his leadership on this issue, and I'm grateful to the legislature for taking action and allowing municipalities to do the right thing. We have introduced legislation at the city level to take advantage of what the county is doing and what the state has allowed us to do. And just to be clear, in mid-April, the state enacted Act 185, which authorizes municipalities, with approval from the county, to waive interest and penalties on late property tax installment payments that were due on or after April 1st through October 1st of 2020. So again, grateful to the county for introducing legislation that will allow the City of Madison to do this. That legislation is introduced at the City of Madison, and the council will be acting on it this week. Property taxes obviously fund the majority of municipal government here in Wisconsin, and the City of Madison is no exception to that. Our public safety, our public health departments, our libraries, snow removal, trash pickup, recycling, parks, transit, zoning enforcement, it's all paid by property taxes. Nonetheless, we are really pleased to be able to ease the burden on families and businesses in this community that are struggling with their unprecedented economic circumstances. So again, I want to thank the state for making this possible. I want to thank the county for acting quickly. And I want to thank in advance the Madison City Council for passing this tomorrow. And so we can get some relief to property owners in the City of Madison. And I think with that any of us would be happy to take questions if there are any.
Is there any kind of budget issues that could come up with sort of floating this cash going forward anywhere where you're going to have to cut or?
So I don't want to speak for other municipalities. The City of Madison is in a fairly strong cash flow situation because we have over decades built up a significant fund balance. Nonetheless, we do usually see somewhere in the range of $100,000 in fees and penalties on the property tax, which we would not be getting this year. I'm not going to complain about that. I would much rather that property owners in the city get this relief.
But I guess I'm curious, if people put off their payment, then does that leave something short, waiting for that money to come in?
For the city, no. We have significant cash flow. We don't have cash flow issues at the city. I don't know if the mayor wants to.
The county will be settling with all the municipalities with just a delayed date. So all the municipalities, all the taxing jurisdictions will get their tax payments from the county. And so the county will be just awaiting that difference in the delay. So.
Any other questions? All right. Well, seeing no other questions, thank you all for being here. Thank you for maintaining physical distancing. Thanks to our interpreter. And don't forget to wear your face coverings and wash your hands. Stay well, everyone.